Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys join us on this Friday night for the nightcap tonight. Final game we got of the Sweet 16 round. We got the number 3 seed, the Xavier Musketeers, taking on the number 2 seed, the Texas Longhorns. The winner of this game will take on Miami in the Elite 8 on Sunday. And wow, what a tournament we have had so far. No more number 1 seeds for the first time in NCAA tournament history that no 1 seeds have advanced to the Elite 8. San Diego State winning over Alabama in the first game tonight, followed up by Miami winning over Houston. I'll keep you guys posted throughout the Creighton Princeton score, 24-20 right now. Creighton with a lead over Princeton, and looks like we're gonna tip off, I believe, in about 7 to 8 minutes. Looks like I think we're gonna tip off at around 9:58, 9:59, approximate tip-off time for this tip-off time on East Coast time. Paul, welcome back in. Vaughn, Scott, Derek, welcome to the stream. Big game tonight for the Horns here. See if they can take on Miami in the Elite 8. I've caught a couple of the women's games lately. I haven't watched a ton, though. Yeah, I've been covering a lot of these games lately, and then when I'm not covering games, I usually do have, like, the TV on, with some of the women's games on when I'm, like, working on my other stuff when I get home. 7 minutes and 15 seconds before tip-off, and we'll have this game. Xavier, top 10 in the nation in scoring, as they'll go up against Texas at the top of the Big 12 this season in scoring, and also they've been playing some of the best basketball in the nation defensively for the last month plus for the Big 12 tournament champions. Xavier is the number 1 passing team in the nation as well in assists per game that they have. Yeah, I've had a lot of late nights this week for me. Yeah, Alabama lost against San Diego State. The final score is 71-64. SDSU winning over Bama. So both the 5 seeds have won today. It's just been a wild tournament. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mario. Yeah, sending much better thoughts out to you, man. Hopefully things will go better in the future there. Sorry to hear that. You're not feeling too well right now. Derek representing Austin. There we go, man. Texas Austin against Xavier in Cincy. Haven't covered Xavier this season, so this is good. Get to see the Xavier team for the first time this year. They had a big injury. Zach Fremantle, who's averaging almost a double-double. He got injured this season for the top front court players. So they're thin in the front court. They have Jack Nungy, who came up with a game-winning block against Kennesaw State in the first rounds. All comes down to defense in this game for Xavier, because they haven't looked so great in this tournament so far for them. They're not known for their defense. Their defense ranks in the 300s in points allowed this season. They're all about scoring. So this is a one-dimensional Xavier type of team. And they were down by 13 points against Kennesaw State. I think it was 51-38. They came back and they won. And then they took on Pitt, which that was a tough game for Pitt to play that game because Pitt, that was their third game in the span of like 5 days for Pitt. So they ran into a complete opposite team because Pitt played against Mississippi State and Iowa State. So two teams that hang their hats on the defensive side of the ball but don't play as much offense. And then they completely ran into a complete 180 with Xavier, which is all offense and a team that likes to push the pace. And that's what Xavier is going to see if they can do tonight against Texas in this matchup. Texas going to look to slow it down, put together stops, and get ahead, stay ahead. The motto in this matchup for the Longhorns. As Texas comes in the better balanced team in terms of defense, and then scoring-wise, Xavier comes in as the more explosive offense. Tip-off will be in about 4 minutes, so it looks like 9:59 p.m. on the East Coast, 6:59 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. So we'll tip off in about 4 minutes from now. This game's at Kansas City, Missouri. Texas, by the way, won here, T-Mobile Arena, in the Big 12 Conference Tournament. So Texas already 3 games under their belt in the same exact arena, T-Mobile Center, Kansas City, Missouri. Over-under at 149. Texas 4.5-point favorites on the line. Yeah, Xavier's got shooters all over the floor on this team. Sully Boom, the top transfer in all college hoops. This is actually a good matchup here. Sully Boom played for Ronnie Terry when he was the head coach at UTEP. So Ronnie Terry, coach of Texas, former head coach at UTEP from 2018 to 2020. Sully Boom scoring around 16 points per game. Colby Jones scoring around 15. And then Jack Nunge averaging around 14 and 8 this season for Nunge. He has been massive in the spot, picking up a lot inside in place of Zach Fremantle when he went down. But that means they have a 4-guard starting lineup and one big man in the middle with Nunge. Texas the favorite by 4.5 points tonight. Yeah, no more number 1 seeds. That's the first time ever in tournament history. And yesterday, the 3 beat the 2. Gonzaga, the 3 seed, beat the 2 UCLA. So all these better seeds keep on going down. UConn won over Arkansas yesterday in the 4 versus 8. Let me get that update between Creighton and Princeton. Wow, it's a 2-point game. Creighton 29, Princeton 27 with 7:45 left. Jay Ramirez, welcome in, man. Congrats to SDSU. That's awesome, man. Yeah, what a win for you guys today. It's just been a wild tournament. Yeah, UConn's playing lights out. They beat every single team by double digits in the bracket. They're playing lights out. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 2 minutes away to tip off this one. That was an incredible stream we had. Miami against Houston on the last one. Jada, welcome in. Yeah, team's peaking at the right moment. UConn was peaking at the start of the season. Looks like they are peaking to close out the season too. Yeah, Miami's peaking right now. This is the time for Miami. I got to see them in person. They got smashed against Maryland back in November, but fast forward to March, they are just red hot. They stayed right with Duke in the ACC tournament in that game, and that was the game that Norchad Omier went down early. They hung right with Duke throughout that whole game without Omier. We see how critical Omier is for that team. He put together another double-double today. So the winner of this game will take on Miami, the 5 seed, on Sunday in Kansas City, Missouri, T-Mobile Center. Final stream of the night. Should be a great one here tonight. Last night's stream was unbelievable. Gonzaga with a game winner over UCLA in the nightcap. We might see another one tonight in this matchup. Texas will go with the white jerseys, orange numbers, orange letters for this matchup. My team's Providence, that I'm a fan of. Yeah, I'm just outside of Providence. I'm from Southeast Mass, so I'm like 20 minutes to the east of Providence. Tyrese Hunter, Marcus Carr, Timmy Allen, Dylan Mitchell, Dylan DeSue went off in that last game in the win over Penn State for Texas. Those are the starters for Texas going up against Sully Boom, Adam Kunkel, Colby Jones, Jerome Hunter, and Jack Nunge, the starting five for Xavier. Jack Nunge is a 7-footer for the Musketeers. They get Serge Amari Rice, too, for Texas. He has been the 6th man this season for the Longhorns. Sean Miller, 4th appearance in the Sweet 16. 6th season as Xavier head coach. This is his first year back for Xavier. Made a coaching change in the offseason. He was a head coach before at Xavier, and then he came back in the offseason once again, taking Xavier from being a team in a NIT race for the past couple of years to being in the Sweet 16 right now. Looking to see if they can get another game on Sunday. Xavier, dark blue uniforms, white numbers, white letters. They go left to right on the floor. Nunge and Mitchell go up for the tip. Texas, white jerseys, orange numbers, orange letters. Texas right to left on the floor, and Texas controls the opening tip. Here we go. We are underway for the nightcap tonight. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This should be a good one. DeSue, handoff, Carr takes the jumper, 15-footer, rattles in. We start off. Marcus Carr knocks down a J to start it off for Texas. First possession now for Xavier. This is the number 1 team in the nation in assists per game, averaging 20. Top of the key, Nunge, the big fella. Off the mark, no good. Tipped off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Hunter for Texas. Off the Carr at the wing. Carr moves it over to Allen. Allen floats it up in a key, zips it through. It's good for 2. What a start for Texas right out of the gate. First Sweet 16 appearance since 2008. Christian, welcome in, man. It's unbelievable that all the number 1 seeds have got knocked out. Xavier couldn't finish down inside the paint. Rebound pulled down by Texas. What a start for the Longhorns. 1 minute through. 19 minutes left to go in the first. Carr, jumper, 18-footer. Got it. Marcus Carr, red hot right now. That's a great sign for the Longhorns. 6-zip. Xavier, pass midcourt, a minute 15 into action. Colby Jones has it at the top, hands it off to Boom. Boom dribbles towards his right. Bounce pass to Nunge. Nunge at the low right block, guarded by DeSue. Nunge backs his way, pivot. Off the backboard, no good. Gets the offensive rebound, puts it back up and through. Good for 2. Stuck with it. That's a big possession there for Jack Nunge. Jason, welcome to the streamer, man. George, welcome to the channel. He's liking Xavier tonight in this one to score 80 and win the game. Dabney, welcome back in. Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable upsets we've had in this tournament. Yeah, man, that was a... Gotta give it to Big Blue that game for you guys, for Scott and Jason's team. Because, yeah, Providence just wasn't focused down the late stage of the stretch, and we've realized that because of the coaching change lately. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by Texas. So we'll go back to Xavier, 18-13 left. Gave you guys a good battle, though. I'm going to take Kansas State for that. Always a team representing the Big 12 in the national championship. Kansas State from the left side of the bracket. I think they're a team to watch out. Princeton, by the way, has a 1-point lead over Creighton. 5 minutes left to go, 34-33. Offensive foul picked up by Xavier, so they pick up their first. 2 minutes through. Texas with the ball, top of the key, Christian Bishop. Bishop, a transfer from Creighton, moves it over to Carr, dribbles back out to the top. Carr, transfer from Minnesota. This team's built on transfers. Timmy Allen, one of the oldest players in the tournament, transfer from Utah. 8 in the shot clock. Allen floats up a tough shot, got knocked down, he got fouled. And 2 free throws coming up by Timmy Allen. Clock will stop with 17:36. There's an injured player down right now for Xavier. And that is Jerome Hunter, and he is down. He is holding his face area, rolling around right now for Jerome Hunter. Check that. Did they call Allen on the foul? Oh, they did. Okay, so that is on Timmy Allen, actually. So that's not a defensive foul committed by Hunter. That's an offensive foul committed by by Allen. Allen with the elbow to the face of Hunter. So Allen got the elbow, the left elbow to the face of Jerome Hunter. Jerome Hunter down right now on the hardwood, rolling around. And he's right now on the bench, so he's getting his right eye checked out, Jerome Hunter. He's averaging around 8 points per game this season for Hunter, one of the 5 starters in this team. The number 5 scorer for Xavier, down right now on the bench. Got elbow to the eye from Timmy Allen. Unintentional right there. Timmy Allen just trying to drive to his right as the shot clock was winding down. And the elbow just came hammered right on the eye. Bradley, welcome back in, man. What a night we've had. First time ever in NCAA tournament history that no number 1 seed has advanced to the Elite 8. Celtics just got to find their consistency for them. They've had duds lately that they've had terrible losses, but I still think that they could win the chip this year. Just got to find that consistency with them. They had a big win against Sacramento a couple nights ago. I'll check up on that score right now against the Pacers, because I haven't checked up on the score for a while. Wow, they're crushing the Pacers tonight. They won. So 120-95, Celtics crushed the Pacers. Yeah, that's how they played last year down the stretch. So if they can keep that going consecutive now, definitely dangerous like they were last year. But they had that bad loss against the Rockets a couple weeks ago. They've had some terrible losses playing down against opponents. Back to action, top of the key. Desmond Claude, number 1, first time on the floor. Bounce pass over to Colby Jones. Moves it down low to Nungy. Nungy turnaround, missed off the back rim. A rebound controlled by Allen. 17-10 left to go. Timmy Allen takes up the floor. Allen dribbles up to the low block, puts it up, floats it in. Good for 2, up and in off the glass. What a start for Texas. 3 minutes into the game, they got 8 points so far. Xavier, top 15 offense, limited to just 2. Top of the key with Kunkel. Moves it out to the right wing to Desmond Claude. Claude turns the corner, driving on Rice. Claude got hammered, got knocked down, he got fouled. And that'll be charged to Sir Jabari Rice, his first personal. Good move there off the up fake. Rice was going up behind him, showing patience there as he stopped, up faked by Desmond Claude and drew the foul right from behind by Rice. 16:50 remaining. Claude will shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first one, no good, rattled out. This is a Xavier team that struggled down the stretch with free throws against Pitt. They allowed Pitt to get back into that game late, missing the free throws. So a little bit of nerves late in the stage of that game to close it out. Second free throw is good, though. Basically got to be perfect to beat a team like Texas, just super deep for this Longhorn squad. 16:45 remaining. Texas with a possession. At the right wing, Bishop. Bounce past Carr. Carr already with 4 so far. Carr dribbles up to the baseline. Carr up fake. Carr puts it up. He got blocked. Xavier comes out with a block with Colby Jones. Jones down the near side of the floor, pushing tempo. Jones, 16.5 left to go. Jones defended by Carr, looking to move it back outside. He does, into the hands of Boom. Boom drives baseline right to the rim. Got stripped. And another foul picked up by the referees. That might be the second charge to Rice. We will see. If that's on Sir Jabari Rice, that would be his second. He was trailing Sully Boom right from behind. Rodney Terry knows a whole lot about Sully Boom. Sully Boom, a transfer from UTEP. That was after he first played at San Francisco his first season. The first free throw is good by Sully Boom, and now Sully Boom playing for Xavier. Rodney Terry, the head coach of UTEP, 2018 to 2020. And Sir Jabari Rice did pick up his second, so he is on the bench. That's not a good sign for Texas there. Sir Jabari Rice, such a great two-way player on this team. 2 quick personal fouls in the first 3 minutes and 41 seconds of action. Second shot by Boom. It's good. 8-5 now. Yeah, I think just around that mark for the Celtics. They might get a little bit shy of 60 for them. Carr with it. Swings it out to his left to Hunter. Out on top to Bishop. Bishop, top of the key. 16 minutes remaining. Bishop drives in the paint on Nunji. Bishop missed the layup. Rebound controlled by Jerome Hunter. So Hunter back into the game. Under 16 minutes left to go. Lob over to Nunji. Nunji pivots. Off the mark, no good. He's had a couple of looks, just hasn't been able to finish inside the paint. Offensive rebound, no good in the putback. Too strong off the glass as well by Jerome Hunter. 15:40 left to go. Passing off the roll down. Backdoor layup. It's good by Bishop. 10-5 Texas. So getting things done for the Longhorns, even though, yeah, Dessou's not on the floor either. So Timmy Allen and Christian Bishop, the two front court players on the floor. And then the three guards they got are Marcus Carr, Jerome Hunter, and Arterio Morris is also into the game right now for the freshmen. Claude, no good, missed off the mark. They're missing a lot of shots from point-blank range, and the second one missed the baseline too. Off the opportunity by Nunji. Hunter dribbled it off his foot, but able to save it was Morris. Jumper, mid-range. Timmy Allen got knocked down. No call by the referees, though. 15 minutes left to go. Xavier with a possession. Kunkel inside the key. Kunkel got tripped up. He got fouled. The clock will stop with 14:53. Yeah, so... yeah, Dessou was not out there on the floor for that period of time. He started the game for Dessou, but he was on the bench too. So we'll take the first time out on the floor right now, 10-5, with under 15 minutes left. Texas 5-point lead. Yeah, Xavier's had chances. They just cannot finish at the rim. Xavier 1 for 9 shooting right now. They've had multiple opportunities for point blank range in this game. Jack Nunji just 1 for 6 from the floor. And Nunji is the tallest player in the court. He's 7 feet tall. Just cannot make his shots. These shots are just too strong off the glass. Four each by Timmy Allen and Marcus Carr. Bishop with 2 off the bench for Texas. And then 2 each by Jack Nunji, Sully Boom. Desmond Claude made a free throw. So Texas 5 of 9, Xavier 1 of 9 so far. So yeah, just difference between make and miss shots. That's been the key in the early going. Princeton with a 3-point lead over Creighton. Never mind. Baylor Shireman just made a 3. It's 38-38. So with under 3 minutes left to go, 38-38. It's a tie game right now. Creighton and Princeton. Baylor Shireman with 13 tonight for the Blue Jays. Yeah, future will probably consist of replacing Coach Cal in the future. Because they just keep on getting early X's from the tournament when they're constantly projected as like a top 10 team in the preseason. First or second round losses. And it's, this whole transfer portal's really changed just everything right now. It's made college basketball just so much more competitive and so many more upsets that we've had. And we have the chance to see Cinderella teams like this being played out. Wendy, thanks so much for joining in. So Wendy's got Creighton, Wendy's got Texas. Best of luck there. I've got both of those picks too. And the Blue Jays just took the lead. So 40-38, Creighton 2-point lead over Princeton, down to 2 minutes left to go before half. Right now, we're just getting started. 14:53 left to go. The winner of this game will take on Miami. The winner of that Creighton-Princeton game will take on San Diego State, the 5 seed. Out on the left side of the bracket, Miami's also a 5 seed. We got both number 1 seeds eliminated tonight, so no more number 1 seeds. That's the first time in NCAA tournament history that all number 1 seeds have got eliminated prior to the Elite 8. Texas, they are the highest remaining seed left in the NCAA tournament, the number 2 seed. Inbound for Xavier. Nunji dribbles into the key. Nunji bounce past the Boom. Boom at the baseline. Takes the corner 3. Boom. Off the rim, no good. And Xavier is just 1 for 10 shooting tonight. Nunji blocks it. It will go back to Xavier. 14.5 remaining. Nunji passes to Claude in the corner. Claude drives baseline. Claude. Outside it goes to Kunkel. Hand off to Boom. Boom takes the three. Off the rim, no good. They are still in the cold from the perimeter. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Dylan Dessous started the game. Thanks so much for the update there, Derek. Yeah. I'll check and see if there's anything online about that. There's going to be 2 free throws coming up in the line here for Texas. 14:08 left to play. Yeah, that's why they have Christian Bishop and Brock Cunningham in the game. So Timmy Allen getting a breather on the bench along with Dylan Mitchell right now. First free throw is good for Marcus Carr. What a start for Carr tonight. Leads the way with 5 points. Yep, so Dessous right now, he's in a sweatshirt. So Dessous started off the game. And Dessous, he has been rolled out remaining part of this game. I'm kind of shocked that they didn't put like a graphic or anything. They didn't put any sort of like graphic updating viewers about it. Creighton's got a 2-point lead right now, 45-43. Carr will have another free throw. So Dessous got the start today, even though he entered the game with a foot injury. Yeah, we see on the bench right now, Dylan Dessous, left foot in a walking boot, has been rolled out the remaining part of this game. So Dessous is out in a boot tonight. Devastating considering he carried them against Penn State in the last game. They're just so deep though. Jumper gets blocked. 12-5. Texas has it back. Hunter at the wing. 13:40 left to go. Xavier just getting frustrated and not making any sort of shots. Meeting a much different opponent tonight in the first 2. Step back jumper. Gets the bounce another time, Jay. Goes down. It's Marcus Carr's coming out party. Marcus Carr looking to channel his inner Drew Timme from last night. He's got 8 points of the 14 so far by Carr. Yesterday, Timme had an absolute feast against UCLA. Dropped down 36, the second highest of his career. So another late night game, and Carr looking to see if he can take control. Outlet pass. Oh, they gave it away. Carr was all alone out on the break, but the outlet pass thrown away. Too tall over Carr in a fast break. That's a turnover. It was by Dylan Mitchell of Texas. (14-5) will be Xavier basketball. Xavier just 1 for 12 shooting in the first 7 minutes. Texas 6 of 10. Kunkel gets the inbound in the backcourt. Kunkel crosses midcourt. Kunkel hands it off to Boom. Boom puts the ball into the hands of Hunter. Over to Kunkel at the wing. 13 minutes under left to go. Boom slides it out on top. Nunji open 3 straight away. No good. He had a great look. Missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound Hunter. Again, deep range 3. Swoosh. That's good by Adam Kunkel for Xavier. That's their second made field goal out of 14 attempts. Texas with the ball. Jumper. 16-footer got blocked. And it goes right back to Xavier. Colby Jones able to scoop it up. Jones drives, attacks inside the paint. And no good, missed off the back rim. No call there by the referees. Human dominoes underneath the rim. Texas with the ball. Carr. He's got 8 looking for more. Carr floats it up off the glass too strong. Rebound and Nunji. As we approach the 12-minute mark left to go before halftime. Right to the rim. Behind the defense. There goes Colby Jones with a layup. And now it's a 4-point game. 14-10. 12:05 left to go. And we will have a timeout taken on the floor. So Texas burns the timeout now as Xavier starts to get on a run, back-to-back shots that they've made. Just 3 of 16, but they're just down by 4. Rosario, welcome in. Yeah, some great games last night indeed. No 5 seed has ever won, so there's never been a 5 seed to win. So only 4 teams seeded lower than the number 3 line have won the national championship. Arizona as a 4 back in 1997. Kansas as a 6 seed in 1988. UConn is the 7 seed in 2014. And then 8 seed Villanova in 1985. So no number 5 has ever won. And we've got 2 of them in the bracket winning today. Miami and San Diego State. Creighton, 4-point lead going into halftime over Princeton, 47-43. So that's a matchup between 6 and 15. And this is a matchup between 2 and 3. And unfortunate news, Dylan DeSue, he has been rolled out remaining part of the game. He was seen on the bench in the walking boot. And DeSue has been monstrous in this tournament. He was averaging around 23.5 points per game and 10 rebounds in this tournament. Yeah, that's a really good hire. They got Rick Pitino at St. John's. Such a great hire there. So he stays in the same area, Iona to St. John's now. And that's a program that hasn't been to the tournament in a while for St. John's. So they will get there. They're New York City. Man, they're gonna be put right back on the map. They'll be back in the top 25 very, very soon for them. Yeah, so Dylan DeSue got the start today. Played like 2 minutes and then re-aggravated the foot injury. So he did not practice yesterday. He was dealing with a foot injury. Got the start. He wasn't 100% to begin with for this game, and we see him in a walking boot on the bench. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, Iona gave UConn quite the first half. And Iona picked up Tobin Anderson, the FDU coach now, to be the new head coach. Always seem like the Cinderella coach gets the next job in line after the tournament run. 11:50 left to go. Texas up by 4 with the basketball. Yes, I'll go with UConn. I actually had them losing to Alabama in my championship, but right now, based on how these teams are playing, I'm going UConn to win it all. I would love to see Miami versus K-State in the championship. That would be fun. 2 really fun teams to watch. That would be quite a battle there. Marquise Noel and Nigel Pack going up against his former team. That'd be something special. We take the timeout on the floor. Texas will have 2 free throws coming up after the break. 11:42 left to go in the first. Yep, I think Vegas is one of the top people with points remaining on the bracket challenge right now, because everybody's like below 1,000 on the bracket challenge for points remaining. I think Vegas is above 1,100, I believe. And then you and that part both have UConn winning it. I think there's only 2 people in the entire like 70+ person bracket challenge that has UConn winning it all, and it's Vegas and that part. But based on how UConn's been playing, they're just smoking teams off the floor. There's always a team in there, like whether it's the Final Four or the national championship game, there's always a team from the Big 12 representing as of late. And you got 2 teams that could very well make it from either side of the bracket. Kansas State in the left side, which That's probably the most likely outcome, honestly, right now, because of all like the pandemonium that's going on the left side of the bracket. It's just crazy that we have Creighton and Princeton playing right now. San Diego State coming out of the left side of the bracket. K-State's on the left side as well. Florida Atlantic is on that side too. That entire left side of the bracket is just, man, it's crazy. What's good, Sister Surround? Welcome in. Dale, welcome back in the stream. He's got Texas. He's got Creighton tonight. If you guys are doing the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe as we're just on the timeout. We have 11:42 left to go, and Texas will have 2 free throws coming up. Yeah, so this is what the left side of the bracket looks like right now. So we have number 9 seed Florida Atlantic versus number 3 seed Kansas State. And then number 5 seed San Diego State versus the winner of Creighton the 6th, or Princeton the 15. So in the left side of the bracket, you have a 3, a 5, a 9, and then either a 15 or a 6. That is just wild. And then on the right side of the bracket, you have Miami versus the winner of this one. So you get a 5 versus the winner of a 3 or a 2. And then you have a 4 versus a 3, UConn versus Gonzaga. So that right side is more obvious than what the left side appears to be. 11:42 left to go. 2 shots to the line for Timmy Allen. First one is good. If you guys are just joining in, Dylan Dessou got the start, only played 2 minutes, and then went back to the bench, re-aggravated his foot. He's in a walking boot right now on his left foot. So he has been rolled out for the remainder of this game for Dylan Dessou. So no Dylan Dessou, he's been huge in this tournament. He's averaging under 24 points per game and 10 rebounds through 2 tournament games. Second shot missed to the line. 11:30 left to go. Desmond Claude has it inside a key. 15 on the shot clock. Bounce pass got stolen away. Texas comes out with a steal. Here goes Carr up the floor. Carr looking for a great game. Carr, he's been great so far. Takes the jumper mid-range. No good. Almost got the bounce around the rim and out, and the rebound back to Xavier. Approaching 11 minutes left to go. Xavier will slow it down with Desmond Claude. They started just 1 for 13 shooting ever since, though they're 2 of 3. Lob down low. Nunji puts it up. No good off the rim. Tipped up, and the rebound right back to Texas. It was tipped up by Bishop over to Carr. Carr at the top, below 11 minutes left to go. Bounce pass, attacking right to the rim. It's Hunter with a left-handed layup. It's a beautiful dime right there by Marcus Carr. Ryan, welcome back in, man. Yeah, I wonder when that, Yeah, so that's the first time in NCAA tournament history that no number 1 seeds tonight have never made the Elite 8. Just wild. Absolutely wild. Texas 7 of 14 shooting right now. And Xavier just cannot make a shot. They're 4 of 18. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, UConn, all they have to do is just zero in on Drew Timme. Just take Drew Timme out of the game and dare Gonzaga with their backcourt players. Dare Gonzaga to beat you from the perimeter. That's the only way that Gonzaga can beat you, if they're making their threes. And they need their guards to beat you. Malachi Smith, Strauder, Rasir Bolton. They're going to have to beat you from the perimeter tomorrow in that game. Just lock up Drew Timme, because everything was Timme yesterday. That will not be the case tomorrow against UConn. Top of the key. Carr got bumped into. No call. Launches up a prayer. Oh, he hits it. Marcus Carr, unbelievable. Shades of Houdini right there. As the shot clock's winding down, floats up a Cinderella. Miraculous turnaround. Sinks it straight through the net. Hits bottom. Xavier with a bucket, 20-12. Missed jumper by Texas. Rebound to Xavier, 8-point game. 9:40 left to go in the first. Musketeers with it. Top of the key, Nunji. Nunji thought about taking the 3, instead handed off to Kunkel. Kunkel, deep 2 jumper, skipped around the rim and out. Rebound Hunter. 9.5 left to go. Hunter up the floor for Texas. Hunter outside Cunningham. Cunningham laces up a three, missed off the rim short. This game's going by fast tempo so far. Favorite sportscasters, Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson, the legend. Wish he was still calling March Madness games. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Xavier stone cold, just 4 for 20 shooting in this first half. Bounce pass over to Kunkel. Kunkel drives, low block, lost it right to his teammate, though. He dunks it. Jerome Hunter, right place, right time. Finds the basketball in the key and throws it down with a two-handed dunk. Texas will slow it down. For the past month, this Texas defense is ranked number 1 in the nation in defensive efficiency. Missed shot at the rim by Hunter. Offensive rebound goes to Cunningham, though. Cunningham underneath. As we'll have a foul picked up on the floor, assessed to Xavier. So 8:38 remaining. Not on a shot. This will be an inbound here for Texas. Xavier with 5 personal fouls. Texas with 4. Vicente, thanks so much for joining in. Serge Rice back into the game. Baseline jumper over the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Allen puts it up. Off the front rim, no good. Tipped off the glass. And the rebound controlled for the defense by number 4, Cesar Edwards of Xavier. Bodies collide down low. And that will be an offensive foul picked up by Xavier. Sully Boom called in the foul as he runs over Tyrese Hunter, who takes the charge. Had a couple possessions in this game that there were human dominoes underneath the hoop. Bodies flying after bodies. The best moments in basketball is when somebody catches a body and throws one over a body. Haven't seen that in a while, though, being somebody getting put on a poster. 8:20 left to play. Texas with a possession. Timmy Allen, top of the key. Allen moves it over to Rice. Rice at the free throw circle. Rice guarded by Kunkel. Sends it back out to Allen. Moves it out to his left to Rice. 15 on the shot clock. Approaching 8 minutes left to go. Rice drives down the lane inside, and he gets fouled. And Serge Rice will head to the free throw line. Shoot 2 for Texas. That's personal foul number 7 picked up now by Xavier tonight. Texas with just 4. Ron, welcome back in. If you guys are new with the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. Wow, we got above 130 watching right now. Let's go, everybody. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight, Texas or Xavier. The first free throw missed at the line by Serge Rice. So he's been the 6th man this season coming off the bench for Texas. Tonight, though, he picked up 2 quick personal fouls, so he hasn't made an impact so far in this game for Rice. Missed the first one, too, at the line. Second shot by Rice, and that as well missed. So this is an 89% free throw shooter. He just went empty at the free throw line, 0 for 2. He's the player that usually, down the stretch, just puts Texas in the W column, hits clutch free throws, but he went 0 for 2 that trip of the line for Rice. So he's having an off game. The hot hands Marcus Carr so far in the first half for Texas. Carr with 11, the top scorer. Sully Boom. Jumper blocked by Texas up in the air. And the near side of the floor comes up with it is Bishop. That was Tyrese Hunter with a big-time block denying Boom. 7.5 left to go. Texas with the ball. Rice. Bounce pass off to Bishop. Bishop at the left elbow. Bishop inside the key. Bishop with a right hand. He scores right over Cesar Edwards for 2. Nice little move right there off the jab step at first as he was able to just bulldoze his way right into the post over Edwards. 7 minutes left to go. Approaching the mark. Desmond Claude at the top. Claude passes off to a cutter, Jones. Jones inside, floats it up and scores. Ivan, welcome to the stream, man. Cody, welcome aboard. Yeah, this has been an amazing tournament. Absolutely wild. I'm from Massachusetts, if you guys didn't know. 6:45 left. Bounce pass over to Bishop. Backs his way again. Bishop, tough shot, got fouled. And 2 free throws coming up for Christian Bishop. The clock will stop with 6:40. Marcus Carr on point tonight for the Longhorns. 11 points, 4 for 8 shooting. We take the timeout on the floor with 6:40 left to go. Yeah, feel free. Let us know out in the chat where you guys are watching from out on the stream tonight. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. A lot of great numbers in the stream so far, 120 plus, so let's keep it up here, folks. UConn territory for Rosalia, there we go. Xavier stone cold from the floor, just 26% shooting. We got Canada on the stream. I know the last one, we had a lot of TNT out there for Trinidad and Tobago, for Miami Canes fans out there. From New Jersey, for Scott. So, Seton Hall territory. Creighton, 4-point lead over Princeton at halftime, 47-43. We got McAllen, Texas in the stream. Welcome in Ivan on the channel. Just been an incredible tournament. So many close games that we've had. Hey, there we go. That's awesome. Congrats to Scott, working at Rutgers now. That's awesome. Sister Sorrel, welcome back from New Mexico. Chris in the stream, welcome aboard. Sorry to hear about your Musketeers early on. Hanging in right now. The shot's just not dropping. They've struggled finishing at the rim in this game so far. Yeah, what a start from Marcus Carr. He's just taken over the game. 11 points by Marcus Carr. By far been the best player on the floor tonight so far. Points more spread out between Xavier's starting lineup. 5 points by Adam Kunkel leading the way. He's made the lone 3 in this game. But they're just 6 of 23 shooting right now. So 26% by Xavier. Texas at 43% from the floor. Big loss, though, without Dylan Dessou. He is out remaining part of the game, seen in the walking boot on the bench. Dessou got the start. He played 2 minutes, and then just wasn't feeling right, and he actually re-aggravated his left foot. So he is seen on the bench with a walking boot. Xavier limited to just 3 assists right now in this game. They're the number 1 passing team in the nation, averaging around 20 assists per game. This is like completely different style of basketball tonight that Xavier is up against. They played against Kennesaw State, who they were up by double digits, almost gave them a scare. Xavier able to complete the comeback and win. We have 2 free throws at the line for Bishop. First one's good. And then they beat a Pitt team that played their 3rd game in a 5-day span for Pitt. And Pitt wanted to do the exact same thing that Xavier wanted to do, just play fast-paced, run the floor. And Pitt was coming off 2 teams that played strictly defense and not much offense with Mississippi State and Iowa State. So here they are, Xavier, running into a tough Texas team, which has been the top defense in college basketball and defensive efficiency for around the past month or so. Xavier with the ball down by 8. 6:20 left to go. Top of the key with Colby Jones. Hands it off to Claude. Claude turns the corner. Bounce pass through traffic. Intercepted. That's a tough turnover. Here goes Texas in the break. Bounce pass right ahead of the pack. Serge Amari Rice throws it down with a 2-handed jam. Just too easy for this Texas team when they force turnovers. They're just so good on the break. So many weapons on the squad. 10-point lead for the Longhorns. Largest lead in the night. Xavier will try it again. Have to take care of the basketball if you want to make this a game. That was a failed possession in the last one. Lobbed to Nunji at the right block. He has struggled finishing inside the paint. Nunji that time banks it up and in off the glass, working on Bishop for 2. Under 6 minutes left to go before halftime. So Jack Nunji just 2 of 9 shooting, up to 4 points tonight. Texas with it. Bishop Hand off Rice. Rice turns the corner, drives right with the right hand. He scores up and in off the glass with a layup. So Serge Rice getting going for the sixth man. Slow start in this game. He also missed 2 free throws in a row, which is rare. Missed 3 by Xavier. At the wing by Boom. Rebound back to Texas. 5:15 left. Carr with 11, the top scorer. Carr, top of the key, dribbles up to the elbow, floats it up over the top off the roll down. Two-handed jam. Christian Bishop raising the roof for Texas with an alley-oop jam. Marcus Carr with an assist. Timeout taken to the floor by Xavier. 30-18, Marcus Carr. Best player on the floor tonight. Hook 'em for the Longhorns as they lead by 12 with 5:08 left in the first. Marcus Carr doing everything. 11 points, 3 assists, 4 for 8 shooting tonight. Gets the assist to Christian Bishop, who raises the roof. Bishop replacing Tasu's minutes tonight and filling in a big way. 8 points by Bishop, 3 for 4 at the rim in this game. That was a 30-second timeout taken by Xavier. Not a good sign for Xavier. They got 8 personal fouls. Texas with just 4. Foul trouble right now for Xavier looks like this. Colby Jones, Adam Kunkel, both with 2. 1 each by Jack Nunzi, Desmond Claude, and Cesar Edwards. So they've played 7 players so far in this game for Xavier, and they've got 6 of those players with at least 1 personal foul so far. Texas with just Serge Rice. He's the only one with 2. And Texas has gone 9 guys deep. They're without Dylan DeSudo in a walking boot on the bench, so he has been rolled out remaining part of this game. Xavier is in trouble. Xavier just 7 of 25 shooting. The number 1 team in assists per game, limited to just 3 assists in the first half with another 5 minutes left. Top of the key, Xavier. This is Colby Jones. Jones dribbles towards his right. 12 on the shot clock, defended by Bishop. Sends it on top over to Hunter. Sully Boom's been shut down in this game. Handoff Kunkel. Kunkel passes right corner off to Jones. Drives baseline. Floats it up. Off the rim, no good. Tipped off the glass, and the rebound controlled by Texas by Christian Bishop. Here goes Texas. 4:30 left to go for the Longhorns. Carr, top of the key, guarded by Kunkel. Dribbles towards his right. Carr. Oh, nasty crossover. Step back 2. Swoosh. Marcus Carr, baby. That was nasty. Incredible game by Carr tonight, putting his team on his back. 32-18. Incredible step back he just had. Jumper. Boom. No good. Airballed it. Great defense by Hunter. Carr comes out with it. Carr. Up the floor. Carr. Crossover. Lost it. Turnover. 4:03 left to go. They're showing the replay about that ankle breaker with Marcus Carr with 13, crossing over on Adam Kunkel. Just an ankle breaker right there at his last made field goal at the right elbow. 13 points, 3 rebounds by Carr tonight. And we have a timeout on the floor. 32-18. 3:55 left before halftime. Texas a 14-point lead. What a start for the Longhorns. And Xavier, one of the most explosive offenses in all college basketball, just not finishing their shots, so they're struggling to finish at the rim in this game. And Texas doing a great job limiting the passing. Quick update on Creighton, Princeton. Great start for Creighton. 52-45. Creighton, 7-point lead, 18 minutes left to go. Blue Jays looking to put another Big East team in the Elite 8. They would join UConn. Right now we have 3 Big East teams left. Big 12 looking to match the Big East with 2. So Texas here looking to eliminate Xavier, so it will mean Texas and K-State. 2 teams from the Big 12 remaining, and then Creighton and UConn out of the Big East. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to join in back tomorrow. I'll be back for the Elite 8 games tomorrow, 6:09 p.m. We get the first one, Florida Atlantic taking on Kansas State, followed up by UConn Gonzaga, the nightcap. Should be an amazing game there. 8:49 p.m. That one's out in Las Vegas. The K-State Florida Atlantic games in MSG, New York City. Marquise Noel grew up in Harlem and looking to take his team to the Final Four. K-State from the Big 12 up against Florida Atlantic from Conference USA. UConn Gonzaga 4 versus 3 out in Las Vegas. I'm interested to see the game plan tomorrow by the Zags and how they... If Gonzaga is able to pressure UConn, then they got a chance. If Gonzaga goes right back to the game plan that they did against St. Mary's, where they just flustered St. Mary's and pressured them, because we saw what Arkansas did in the second half. They were able to force turnovers against UConn. That was the only downside to UConn's performance, has just been the turnovers. So Gonzaga is going to have to rack up. You're looking at 18 to 20 turnovers, approximately, if you want to win that game tomorrow, because UConn's just gonna lock up Drew Timme, and they're gonna force you to beat. They're gonna force Gonzaga to beat UConn from the perimeter, and the guard play this season for Gonzaga has been up and down this season. $14-point game, 3:55 left to go before half as we get back from the timeout. Colby Jones inbounds it over to Nunji. Xavier with the ball, left to right in the floor. Andrew, welcome back on the stream, man. Xavier shooting the ball 50% this season from the floor. One of the best shooting teams in the nation tonight. They're shooting just 26%. Missed floater by Sully Boom. Rebound Texas with 3.5 left. Longhorns will slow it down. Boom has played this entire game. He's yet to make a shot so far. He is 0 for 5 shooting with just 2 points, both to the free throw line. Boom, the top scorer, averaging above 16 points per game this season. So this is a familiar game for Sully Boom, going up against his former head coach, Ronnie Terry, who used to coach at UTEP before he went to Texas. Bank, up and in off the glass. Once again, it's Marcus Carr for 2 more. That's off the bank runner. Down at the mid-block, 34-18. Xavier just 18 points with 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Kunkel forced up a 3. He's able to connect on it, though. They really, really needed that 3. Just sends up a prayer and is able to roll around the rim, and it goes in. Texas has it. They'll slow down tempo. Carr with 15, the rest of the team with 19. This is Marcus Carr's coming out party tonight. Tyrese Hunter, top of the key. Off the Carr. Carr open, shoots the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped up. Bishop comes up with an offensive rebound. Over to Cunningham. And Cunningham stepped out of bounds. Turnover Texas, 2:36 left. Xavier with a possession. Adam Kunkel drives, attacks inside the paint. He got slipped. He got fouled, though. King Goku, welcome in. It's unbelievable. Yeah, this has been a wild tournament. So Adam Kunkel here will... This is going to be on the shot or not? That's Texas's 6th personal foul they've picked up. 2:24 left to go. Marcus Carr will check out of the game, so Carr picks up his 2nd personal foul. He's got 15. This will not be free throws. This will be an inbound underneath Xavier's hoop. So that was on the floor. Carr picked up the reach in. Kunkel lost it. Got stripped, though, out of bounds, so it will stay Xavier ball again. $2:20 left. Inbound coming up. Boom will be the inbound passer. Over to Jones. 15 on the shot clock. Nunji will take a 3. Nunji missed off the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Colby Jones of Xavier. See, I don't get that possession right there. Jack Nunji has just not been with it tonight on the offensive side of the floor. Nunji is 20% shooting. He is 2 of 10 right now, and he is 0 for 3 from 3. He's attempted the most threes out of any player, and he's the 7-foot center on the floor. Bounce pass. Down low. Two-handed jam. Everybody getting involved for Texas right there. 36-21. That is Christian Bishop showing his explosiveness with a two-handed dunk. 22 to 12 points in the paint in favor of Texas. Xavier just 8 of 30 in his first half. Nunji attacks inside the paint. He got blocked by Bishop, though he got fouled. So a late whistle by the referees. This will be 2 shots to the line for Nunji. That's the 2 front court players working together for Texas. Timmy Allen passing over to a backdoor cutter with Christian Bishop, who dunked it down. Just so many, goes to show, so many playmakers in this Texas squad. 15-point game. Nunji at the line will shoot 2. Mr. Mosley, welcome in. First free throw, no good. Missed rim short by Nunji. Texas, they are fired up right now, rallying this crowd. This arena, by the way, it is no stranger to Texas. They won the Big 12 tournament playing 3 games in this arena from like 3 weeks ago or so. Second one's good. 36-22. 1:35 left to go before half. Bishop picked up his second personal foul, so he's got 10. He's been explosive in this game, receiving those minutes in place of Dessou. Arterio Morris, open 3, catching fire, missed off the rim, a rebound, Nunji. Down to the final minute and 20 before halftime. 14-point game. Xavier gotta go, they gotta go. And he almost turned it over. They do, trying to save the basketball. Morris comes out with it with his hands. Morris right to the paint, missed the opportunity right at the rim from point-blank range. Rebound went to Nunji. Final minute left to go before halftime. Sully Boom's been shut out with no field goals in his first half. Boom attacks the paint. Swings it out to the top to Nunji. Hands it off to Jones. Jones turns the corner inside. Low block. Back out to the top. Deep range three for the logo. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Missed by Kunkel. Put back. It's good though by Nunji. Plus the foul. And one coming up at the line for Jack Nunji. They really, really needed that for Xavier. Yeah, well, we'll see about that maybe. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. This first half just completely controlled by Texas. 24 points on the board by Xavier. They've been one of the top offenses this season in all college hoops and limited to just 28% shooting in this first half. This has been a defensive gem by Texas. They've been the best team in the last month in defense. The free throw is good. So Nunji, 3-point play complete, 11-point game. I'll update you guys on Creighton, Princeton once we get into half. 40 seconds left to go here. Texas is 50% for the floor. Make it even further. That's good in the 3. Tyrese Hunter able to get it. A drop, rolls around the rim, and it goes in for the triple. 30 seconds left to go. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock before halftime. Sully Boom, guarded by Tyrese Hunter at the right wing. 18 seconds left to go. Moves it out to the top to Claude. Claude lobs it over, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Texas. 12.3 seconds left to go. They'll have 7 on the shot clock for Xavier. The Reaper, welcome back in. Yeah, it's been a crazy tournament. First time ever in NCAA tournament history that there's been no 1 seeds in the Elite 8. Xavier down by 14 will get the inbound. Far side of the floor, number 1, Desmond Claude, the inbound passer. He'll be defended by Timmy Allen. Claude, inbound goes to Sully Boom. Boom's been shut out with just 2 points, 0 for 5 shooting in his first half. Boom, 1 in the shot clock. Boom has to get it to launch. He does, missed off the glass, 2 seconds. Allen, half-court shots. Oh, he gets the bank. Bang, bang, Timmy Allen, right through the shoe, cash money, baby. Banks a half-court buzzer beater 3 to go with a halftime. It's all Texas, hook 'em horns in this one. Timmy Allen from the right side of the logo at midcourt. Jalen Suggs reminiscent. Open up the bank, baby. Cash money at the buzzer. Bang, bang, boomerang. Bang, bang, ching, ching. Cha-ching. Cash it in. Into the bank, baby. Timmy Allen. 42-25 halftime, Texas. Big wow for that one. That was unbelievable. That's the best shot of the tournament that we have seen so far. That is incredible. What a start for the Hook'em Horns, for the Texas Longhorns. Timmy Allen is him. What a shot. He's only got 8 points. Seems like more. He's got 8 on the board because of that shot. That feels like a $1 million shot right there. Wow. 15 by Carr, 10 by Bishop. Allen's up to 8 with that made 3. And Texas with that made 3 just has all the momentum going into the second half right now. Wow. Sully Boom, just no answers. The top scorer for Xavier has been shut down. 0 for 6, 2 points. Both to the free throw line. Adam Kunkel's the top scorer with 8. Jack Nungy's been shut down. He's got 8 with 9 rebounds, but is shooting 3 for 11 by Nungy. Colby Jones just 4 points in the first half. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Man, what a start for Texas. Yup, so much momentum indeed. Welcome in Slurpee on the stream. George, welcome back indeed. What a first half right there. Rich on the channel. Yeah, that was wild. San Diego State taking down Alabama, and then Miami beating Houston. The more shocking one for me was SDSU beating Bama. IH in the channel, welcome in. What a start here by Texas in the first half. Man. Without Dylan Dessou, Timmy Allen, really, him and Christian Bishop. Bishop was huge at the rim. So, if you guys weren't here for the early part of the game, Timmy Allen, he got the start. He played just 2 minutes, and then he went to the bench. He re-aggravated his foot, so he's out of the game, seen in a walking boot in his left foot. Creighton, what a start for them in the second half. Creighton leading Princeton 63-52. Yeah, I got my right side to the Final Four is still intact right now. I got UConn and Texas in the right side of my Final Four, and that is very well still intact. Hey, thanks so much for Zalia. Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry to hear that, man, Chris. Just positive vibes out to your team though this season. Like, look what they've become this year. For Xavier, last couple of years they weren't meeting expectations, couldn't make it into the tournament. They had been like around the bracket, and then like the last like 2-3 weeks of the season for the last few years they like fell apart and got bounced out from the bracket and made it to the NIT, and here they are this year, 3 seed in the tournament. So a lot great things upcoming for Xavier in the future. It's just this Texas team, based on the teams that I've seen in this tournament, them and UConn really stand out. Them and UConn really stand out to me. It's just the depth of both of those teams that they have. Wow. Yeah, Creighton, man, they really poured it on in the second half. 68-52 over Princeton. 14-point lead, 16-point lead, that is. 16-point lead for the Blue Jays with just above 12 minutes left. What did I do today? I work full-time at a radio station, so that's my weekday job from 8 to 4 that I work at. I work in production in radio, so I do like all the audio production stuff. Yeah, Friday I get to work the soundboard for one of the education shows that comes in from one of the school districts, so that's pretty cool. They had some of the students come in and talk about the business program today, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a lot of like recording for shows that came in earlier to pre-record stuff today, and then do some voiceover work. A lot of like audio editing and recording. Yeah, usually these nights are late for like double headers for March Madness, because by the time that this game ends, it's like midnight, and then I'm up at like 6 in the morning, get to work around 8, get home at 4, and then eat dinner, schedule in the stream. I actually, because I was up so late yesterday, didn't get to bed till like 12:30. I actually like napped for like a half an hour before I streamed today, which helps me out. Yeah, I was actually supposed to announce a softball game tomorrow for me, but it's gonna rain tomorrow, so they had rescheduled it to today, which was unfortunate because I need like a certain amount of days beforehand to tell my workplace that I can like take off days and stuff, so I wasn't able to do it, unfortunately. So they had no announcer today for that game, sadly, since I wasn't able to do it. It's too bad because I had prepared for the game too. I prepared like all the rosters and the stats and stuff, because I had prepared on Wednesday so I can do these streams on Thursday and Friday night, and then I can do that softball game during the day on Saturday, and then I miss out on doing that because they had rescheduled it a day earlier to today. I guess the worst thing is when you put in like a lot of work into something and then it gets canceled. That's the worst, because I work with a couple of colleges announcing games at the D3 level, and from time to time there'll be like a rain out, which is like the worst when there's like a rain out or like a lightning delay, or just the snowstorms for like basketball games too have been pretty brutal. There was a couple of times where some of the games got canceled because of snowstorms. And it's unfortunate because some of the schools call it off like a couple hours before. So it might be like I've had a few games this year. It was actually lacrosse. I've had a couple of games get pushed back like a day because we got all rain in our area, but like 2 hours north, like up in like New Hampshire and Maine, where one of the teams is coming from, to like Massachusetts, they would get like a foot of snow or so. So it's really tough to prepare for the outdoor sports when like the weather's like bad that day. I actually don't drink energy drinks. Yeah, I try to cut back on the sugar. Actually, I don't have like much sugar for me. Yeah, usually I drink just like usually like a lot of water. I drink. I like this kind of water that's botanical water that I have sometimes. So like when I'm out late or so at night, I usually have that. We get 100 plus right now. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe just at halftime. Texas got all the momentum for the second half. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we're pretty clear for tomorrow. I think I'll look it up because I'm interested. Oh yeah, we are getting it tomorrow. That's right, because my game was canceled for tomorrow because we're getting rain for tomorrow where I am. Yeah, up in New Hampshire they're getting snow. I think it's like freezing rain where I am. Yeah, tomorrow for me is supposed to be 43 degrees for the high and 39 for the low. Sunday's much better, 58. Yeah, it's going pretty well. That's what I got my degree in was communications, but I went to college for radio was actually what I concentrated in. Y- yes, I hope to do Kansas State tomorrow. So yeah, I hope to be back tomorrow to cover both of those games. Kansas State, Florida Atlantic, UConn, Gonzaga. Um, Sunday I won't be live for the first stream because I'm out. I got a baseball game in the afternoon I'm covering at 1 o'clock. Um, I'll probably be back for the second game, but I'm not sure if I'll join in right from the start. Depends on when I get back. I don't know how long the baseball game's gonna last. The team that they play against allowed 27 runs on Wednesday. So if that happens, it's also a non-conference game, so they might run into like pitchers who haven't pitched before. Because college baseball, they play like 4 or 5 games a week. Um, they'll probably use pitchers that they haven't played. So I'm just hoping it's gonna go by fast. It's tough calling like a 5 hour game. I hope it's not that. On Saturday where it goes from 1 to 6. It usually they take like 2 hours 45 minutes or 3 hours for a typical baseball game. For the team that I announce for. Yeah, actually the team I announced for is ranked at 27 this week for Division 3. They got 27 votes. They have the longest active winning streak in NCAA baseball history right now. Currently, they got for home winning streaks, they got 28 straight home wins for them. What do I do on the weekends? I work full time Monday to Friday in radio production, but on weekends I work at a couple Division 3 colleges announcing sports. I do like all the sports basically. Like I've been doing lacrosse for the past month, but now starting up baseball on Sunday for me. I got softball next Saturday, which is good because softball goes by quick. So I'll be back for the Final Four on Saturday night because the softball games are at 12 and 2 and they take like 2 hours to complete. So it's not like baseball where baseball is 9 innings where you got softball which is less than that and it just flies by. So yeah, I've been doing both men's and women's lacrosse, baseball, softball. Winter was all basketball. Had a good amount of basketball games. I might put out like because I'm close to finishing up my demo actually. So once I release that, I'll post that in the community tab for you guys. Because I've got all the clips in my men's basketball demo. I just gotta like cut it down a little bit. So I had some great calls throughout the season there. So you guys can see how I call actually when it's like a live broadcast showing like the actual game, which is pretty cool. Hey, there we go. So yeah, I covered a couple MLB games last year. I usually take the NBA playoffs from like April to June. So that's what we focus in on the channel right after this. Is the NBA playoffs is starting up very soon. Oh, the fall gets pretty busy for me because I cover a lot of volleyball for the fall. It's basically like because it's so fast paced for volleyball, so it fits my style similar to basketball. I actually like it because it's a good like way to like increase their earning potential because they have like sometimes like 3 games within a day for volleyball, so it's good and the games go by quick too. But yeah, for the fall, I usually do volleyball or football. I've actually never covered soccer before. It's not like my forte for sports. So I prefer signing up either football or volleyball as my first one. Voice gets rough. Usually not or so. This is probably the most time that I talk on like on a broadcast because I'm trying to fill in time during timeouts and stuff and halftime. I guess like the big key is to pace yourself and stuff. Okay, so Creighton leading Princeton 68-60. There's 7:48 left to go. Yeah, I remember there was one time I covered 4 college basketball games a couple of years ago. I think it was like the Elite 8 round and it was all or no, Sweet 16 round. It was all in one day, I think, where they had the 4 games. I think that was the that I'm trying to jog my memory back. I think that was the only time they lost my voice on a stream is because I had covered 4 games in one day. That was back in 2021. So Creighton 8-point lead over Princeton 68-60 with 7:30 left. Jackson, welcome in, man. Glad to have you back at the stream, bud. Hey, there we go from Mario. So you're up in the Black Hills. That's great, bud. Creighton just made a 3. 11-point lead for the Blue Jays, 71-60. 7 minutes left to go. Blue Jays with another chance to put it even further. And they missed the lob. They get it back off the glass. No good. Oh, man, that was incredible. I had said right after he made that, that's the best shot of the tournament. Best shot of the tournament that somebody has made. Texas has all the momentum going into halftime. I just put on the chat the merchandise link too. So if anybody's interested in the Behind Your Basketball merchandise, we got a lot of cool stuff out there. Short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, iPhone cases, pillows, stickers, sweatshirts. Feel free to check it out. That's all on the link in the chat if you guys are interested. So that link takes you over to the Teespring store that we have on the merchandise site. Yeah, I wish there was like baseball caps over there. Unfortunately, I don't think they have like any like baseball caps though. I wish they had it. Creighton up by 11, 71-60. There's 6:41 left to go. Yep, we got coffee mugs out there. I think we got like a beach towel too. We got tote bags. 8-point game, 71-63 Creighton. Shot clock winding down. They'll have to take a 3. And Princeton forces a shot clock violation. Great deflection there by Princeton. So Princeton is still in this game right now. Down by 8, 71-63. Joe, welcome back in, man. Yeah, Texas has been incredible in this game. So we'll keep you guys updated on Creighton Princeton. 8-point lead by Creighton. As here we go, we're about to start the second half of action. Second half is underway. Xavier with the ball. They take a 3 to begin. They drill it. Straight away, it's good by Kunkel to start off the second. Really needed that 3 to begin for Xavier. Texas, first possession now, half number 2. Marcus Carr, the top scorer with 15 in the first half. Timmy Allen hit a half-court buzzer beater. He's up to 8. Allen, top of the key, moves it out to his right to Hunter. 19-15 left to go in the second. Hunter dribbles inside the key. Hunter with a left-hand layup. He scores up and in. Through for 2. 16-point lead once again, approaching 19 minutes left. Nunji lobs it down low, deflected, but we have a reach and fall call picked up by Dylan Mitchell of Texas. Sully boomed the inbound passer underneath the hoop for Xavier. Xavier right to left in the floor, dark blue jerseys, white numbers, white letters as we join in for the second. Texas left to right, white jerseys, orange numbers, orange letters. Inbound, Xavier at the right corner. Xavier driving baseline to the hole, missed the layup, no good off the glass by Colby Jones to come up with the offensive rebound though. 15 in the shot clock for Xavier. Nunji pass out to his left to Jones. Jones to the left wing. Jones dribbles up top of the free throw circle, back out top of the key, over to Nunji. Bounce pass down low, missed the mark of the pass, gets it back. At the top it goes to Jones. 2 in the shot clock, takes the 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped up in the rebound. Picked up by Bishop, but we do have a whistle here and a foul call on the floor. I believe it's charged to Texas. It will. So it's on Bishop. That's number 3 of the second half. So 3 quick personal fouls by Texas in the first minute and a half in the second. 18:31 left, inbound Xavier. Xavier out to the left corner, Kunkel. Kunkel dribbles up baseline. Oh, clear push-off right there. No call with the referees as he lowers the shoulder right on Serge Jabari Rice. And no call with the officials, and Kunkel takes the 2 and able to make it. Yep, I got the P on my cap for Providence. 18 minutes left. Texas by 14. Hunter. Dribble drive down the lane inside. He scores. Floats it up with the right hand. Just getting to the rim. Xavier looking to match it. Kunkel bounce pass. Too tall. Out of bounds. Turnover. Looking for Jack Nunji to roll down, but just missed the mark in the bounce pass. Creighton 9-point lead over Princeton. 76-67 with 3:38 left. Texas will bring it past midcourt. Tyrese Hunter He's got Serge Jabari Rice as the other guard on the floor. Marcus Carr currently out on the bench. Missed layup by Hunter. He had a step past his defender. Rebound Xavier. Kobe Jones at the left elbow. 17:30 left to play. Lobs it over to Nunji. Nunji couldn't finish. Tipped off the rim once again. He goes 0 for 2 that trip. He gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Yeah, he's had the size advantage on the floor for Jack Nunji. Just hasn't been able to finish inside the paint in this game tonight. Jack Nunji just frustrating for Xavier fans to watch tonight in this game. Not finishing shot after shot. He is now 3 of 13 shooting. 17:20 left. Inbound goes over to Claude. Claude at the top. Claude lost the handle, turns it over. Timmy Allen comes out with a steal. 16-point lead, looking for more for Texas. Rice up the floor, takes the three, no good. And the rebound controlled by Hunter of the Musketeers. 17 minutes left. Xavier gotta go. They gotta go if they want to make this a game. Hunter inside the paint will draw the reach and foul picked up by Mitchell of Texas. So that's Texas now with 4 personal fouls in the second half to begin with in the first 3 minutes. At least this game's going by pretty fast tonight. The other one last night, man, that took a while to finish. I think we went past like midnight yesterday in that game. And this is going to be two free throws coming up. So they called it on the shot. So Jerome Hunter will shoot 2. And he missed the first one. Hasn't been their best game tonight at the free throw line. Second one is good by Hunter. So they are 6 of 8. Seems like they've missed more, though, even though they've only missed 2 shots. $16:50 left. Hunter takes up the floor. Carr is currently on the bench still. For Texas, though, Rice out there on the floor, along with Cunningham, Hunter, Allen, and also Mitchell. Cunningham with a jumper, hits the mid-range shot. 48-31, 16.5 left. Nunji almost lost it. Nunji guarded by Allen, though. Jones, pass off to Nunji. Nunji able to finish down low. Step past Allen for 2. Hunter will slow it down for Texas. Top of the key, 20 in the shot clock. Sends it off to Rice at the wing. Back out Hunter. Hunter open 3. Catching fire. Laser. Right to the shoot. He delivers for Tyrese Hunter. 18-point lead for Texas. Everybody making an impact tonight. 15 by Carr. 10 by Bishop. Tyrese Hunter up to 12 with a made 3. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Xavier with their shot as they're able to drop. Sully, boom, knocks down the deep 2. Now the scoring starting to pick up. 15:35 left. Rice at the left wing. Lobs it out to the free throw circle. Allen, turnaround jumper. Off the back rim twice, no good. Tipped up by Mitchell. And Mitchell called an over the back there. So that's personal foul number 5 by Texas. So we take the timeout on the floor. 15:29 left to go. Texas dominant by 16. Braden, welcome back in. There we go. He's got Texas winning the Natty 2 months ago. Yeah, what a season. Creighton leading Princeton 78-69. 2:27 left to play. Winner of this game will take on Miami. Winner of that Creighton-Princeton game will take on San Diego State. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Jay Ramirez. Yeah, I think everybody, for mostly, a lot of people lost their entire picks. After Alabama and Houston losing, basically everybody's bracket is shredded. I've still got my right side of the bracket all intact. with I got UConn and Texas to my Final Four. I also took Creighton to the Elite Eight, which they're just looking to close it out right now. Baylor Shireman, 21 points for Creighton. 78-69 with 142 left. Texas lights out from the floor. 54% shooting. Xavier held to just 32%. Yeah, I am stunned right now for San Diego State making it all the way to the Elite Eight. Based on, like, recent NCAA tournament history regarding the Mountain West, it is shocking. Really shocking. A lot of people picked them to lose against Charleston in that first round game. And if Charleston made a couple more threes, they probably would have won that game. That game was close all throughout. It's crazy. Like, some of the teams that we're talking about in this Elite Eight are teams that didn't have it easy throughout the tournament. Like, they didn't blow out teams for some of these teams throughout the tournament. Florida Atlantic beat Memphis, which Memphis gave them the game away. Memphis had a player who picked up, their top player for Memphis picked up 4 personal fouls with 17 minutes left because Penny Hardaway just decided not to take him out. He picked up his 4th personal foul with 17 minutes remaining, had to sit on the bench for like 12 minutes, came back with 5 minutes left, and then Memphis had a terrible turnover that gave Florida Atlantic the basketball, and Florida Atlantic able to win the game right at the buzzer. Just mistakes by Memphis, the reason why Florida Atlantic was able to get to the Elite Eight to start off with, and then some of these, like, you look back at the first round games, some of these games were no walk in the park to some of these teams. Like, Kansas State had Montana State hang in for most of that game. Same thing with Grand Canyon against Gonzaga. That was a close game throughout the first half. Iona shot the ball lights out in the first half against UConn, and then UConn just took over in the second half. NC State played Creighton close throughout that game because I covered that game, and they had Taquavion Smith who went off. If they had just one more player for NC State, they would have had a chance in that game because Baylor Shireman was stone cold that night. We got 15 minutes left to go. Xavier floats up the shot, missed off the front rim, defensive rebound, hauled down by Texas. Under 15 minutes left, Longhorns with it. Carr back on the floor. Carr the top scorer with 15. Carr, bounce pass, down low block. Cunningham has position. Missed off the glass, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham of Texas. And then over on the Sunday Elite Eight slate, San Diego State. I was talking about that one earlier. That game against Charleston was close. Both of those teams could not score in the first half. And then Miami came back and they beat Drake. They came all the way back and beat Drake. I think they closed down like a 9-zip run or something. Corner 3, it's good for Xavier. They'll count it as a 2. Foot was on the 3-point line. Sully Boom makes the 2. He's up to 5 in the second half. 7 total. Tyrese Hunter, strong bucket plus the foul. And 1 coming up at the line for Hunter. Able to get a step pass, Boom, off the dribble, handoff, took it the distance. And he'll have 1 coming up at the line for Hunter. $14 points by Tyrese Hunter. Starting backcourt shining in a big way tonight. 15 by Carr. Missed free throw. No good, though, by Hunter. 16-point lead. Xavier with the ball. 14:20 left. Musketeers lob it to the low block. Caesar Edwards turnaround. Missed off the glass. Gets his own offensive rebound back. Out on top to Kobe Jones. Jones. 15 in the shot clock. Out to the top it goes to Boom. Boom. 5 of the shot clock, 14 minutes left. Crossover, top of the key. Boom, almost lost it. Swings it out to the corner. Jones dribbles up, low block, floats it up around the rim, goes in for 2. Kobe Jones puts it through. It's a 14-point game. Sherrod, welcome in. Sorry to hear that. Thanks for being a part of the stream. 13:40 left to go. Texas with a possession. Hunter stops at the elbow, sends it back out to the top to Allen. Allen dribbles up to the key. His pass sent over to Cunningham. Out to the wing to Carr. Carr up fake with 12 on the shot clock. Carr bounce pass to the right block to Rice. Rice fall away. Takes the jumper. Drills it. Off 1 foot. 6th man of the year right there. Sir Jabari Rice. He's up to 8 points now tonight. Xavier with a possession, approaching 13 minutes left to go. Out to the right wing to Silly Boom. He's defended by Hunter. Boom dribbles towards his left. At the top of the key, 8 in the shot clock. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Turn around. Zips it through. Good for 2 by Silly Boom. Matching shot for shot in this game. Texas just hasn't been able to go on a scoring drought. That's the difference. As Xavier start the game out very, very slow. 12:52 left. Creighton, 30 seconds away for winning against Princeton. Looks like the Cinderella run for Princeton about to end. 86-74. The Creighton Blue Jays are going to do it. Moving on to the Elite 8. Tyrese Hunter dribbles past midcourt for Texas. 12:45 left to go in this game. Rice back outside the Hunter. Makes the pass left corner. Carr over to the elbow. Allen passing down low. Cunningham swings to that left corner. 3 in the air. Zips it through. It's good for the 3 ball by Marcus Carr. What a night he has had tonight. This has been all around a total team effort by the Texas Longhorns. Here they are coming up with a steal. That was great passing. Everybody got a touchdown in transition. No good. Missed the layup by Rice. He had a wide open slam dunk instead. He was halfway into a slam dunk motion and then laid it up and in, and it missed around the rim and out. There's 2 points swiped away off the board for Texas. They should be up by 19 instead of 17. And Nunji, no good. Rebound by Rice. Here goes Texas with it, looking to push it. Longhorns, stop, pop, 3, straight away. Boom. It's good. Tyrese Hunter, laser beam from the top of the key. It's a 20-point lead, largest one in the night for the Texas Longhorns. KD gonna be happy about this tonight. 11:57 left to go. Guard play, taking over this game right now. 18 by Carr, 17 by Hunter. Rice up to 8. Timeout taken on the floor by Xavier. 11:57 left. What a night by Carr and Hunter tonight, delivering for 35 points combined. 35. Xavier's a team has 41. Xavier just 34% shooting. They've been limited to 7 assists total in this game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. Creighton will take on San Diego State, a 6 versus a 5. Sister Surround with a dono. Really appreciate with a dono. Let's get that dono hype here for Sister Surround. Legends in the stream. Thanks so much. And this is without Dylan to suit tonight as well for Texas. This is just impressive. Just so much depth in this Texas roster from top to bottom. They have so many different pieces that you have to account for. Final. Creighton wins 86-75 over Princeton. It will be Creighton against San Diego State, the 6 versus 5 in the Elite 8 for a chance at the Final Four. I feel like they usually put the better games on in the later part of the day on Sunday. I hope that's the case. I remember a couple of years ago, Oregon State was playing in the Elite Eight. And then the next year they went 3-28. Man, what a night. Upsets in the Elite Eight. Craziness. Tyra, welcome in. That's awesome. Welcome in, Tyra, in the stream. Incredible. Man, your brother has been amazing tonight in this game. Tyrese Hunter, 17 points, just scored in the last 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor tonight from 3-point range. 7 for 10 shooting. Marcus Carr with 18 points. And welcome in, Tyra, out on the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. We have 11:57 left. Xavier gets the inbounds. Sully Boom at the logo. Hands it off to Kobe Jones. Back over to Boom. 11:45 left. Sends it on top. Nunji, open 3. Around and out, no good. A rebound by Allen for Texas. 11:35 left. Carr with the ball. Top scorer with 18. Carr sends it off to Rice at the right wing. Lobs it over to Allen. One dribble. Allen got fouled. It's charged to Jack Nunji, and the clock will stop at 11:27. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Timmy Allen. So we're going to take another timeout on the floor right now. 11:40 left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I plan on being back tomorrow for both of the Elite 8 games. We get the first one tomorrow, number 9 seed Florida Atlantic taking on the 3 seed Kansas State. That'll tip off at 6:09 p.m. Eastern time, followed up by UConn the 4 taking on Gonzaga the 3 at 8:49 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, thanks so much, Mario, for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your night. Gary, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, I'm not like a big soda fan. Probably like ginger ale. For me, most likely like something like Schweppes or Canada Dry, probably, for me. So, barring any miracle, Texas will take on Miami in the Elite 8 on Sunday. It's just Xavier's been completely taken out of their game. They're number 1 in the nation in assists per game. Tonight with just 7 total assists. They have 9 turnovers tonight for Xavier. This has been going on for like the last month. This Texas defense has been one of the best in all college basketball. For the last month, they ranked at number 1 in defensive efficiency. Tonight they racked up 6 steals. They've got 11 assists to just 5 turnovers as a team. And their backcourt combining for 35. Carr with 18, Hunter with 17. Off the bench, Rice has got 8. If you add in Rice, those 3 players in the backcourt, they've got themselves 43. So a trio between the Carr, Hunter, and Rice are single-handedly outscoring Xavier's total team point total right now. 43 between the backcourt trio of Texas compared to 41 in the entire scoreboard tonight for Xavier. Jack Nunji's had a tough game. He's missed a lot of shots from point-blank range tonight, and he just picked up his second personal foul. So Jack Nunji, 10 points, 10 rebounds, but he's just 4 of 16 shooting. Usually they get a lot of the perimeter guys more work to do their shots, but that's not been the case. They've attempted 37 twos to just 11 threes on 48 shots total. They're just 16 of 48 shooting. Just goes to show how deep this Texas team is. They average just under 28 bench points per game. So even though Dessou's not playing, they still have like so many different players that you have to account for on the floor. Timmy Allen's one of them. Timmy Allen, chance to get up to 10. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First one he missed. Allen with 8 points. Yeah, that's a really well-coached Creighton team. Those guys always make deep runs in the tournament. Like they usually go to the second weekend for them. Whoever they've run into, it seems to be the national champion that they get put up against, and they won't get put up against Alabama. So they get put up against San Diego State for Creighton, so they catch a break in their Elite 8 game as Xavier gets called in a turnover. They're just frustrated right now. Adam Kunkel, frustrated. They had some frustrations going on. That game against Kennesaw State in the first round for Xavier, they had, I think Adam Kunkel was in the middle of that. Him and, I think it was yelling at Sully Boom. Him and Boom were fired at each other on the floor down in the late stage of that game, and they were able to come from behind and beat Kennesaw State. 11-10 left to go. Texas on a 7-zip scoring run. Carr moves on top to Rice. Rice, top of the key. Rice, dribble drive right down the lane inside, and he gets fouled from behind. Sir Jabari Rice, 2 shots coming up for Texas with 11 minutes left. It's just Texas bringing all the energy tonight, and Xavier's just flustered and frustrated. They haven't really seen a defense like this. That's just a frustration foul by Adam Kunkel from behind. So Kunkel was the one who picked up the personal foul, and that's Kunkel's third. This is just a Xavier team that's just flustered because they haven't seen defenses that's this good before. The Big East has had some really good scoring teams this season. But look back at the Big East Tournament Championship. Xavier could only score 50 points against Marquette. And Marquette's defense ranked in like the 200s this year in all college basketball. Marquette was like a top 20 team in scoring, but their defense was their Achilles heel this season for the most part. First free throw was good by Rice. That's called a flagrant 1 on Adam Kunkel. So the referee ruled the push from behind that charged the Kunkel a flagrant 1. So this is just frustration right now, and also Texas will get the basketball. So this is the largest lead of the game, 23-point lead for Texas with 11 minutes left. Yeah, Kunkel. Woo! Adam Kunkel and Dylan Mitchell. Yeah, Kunkel after the play, frustrated, went right over to Dylan Mitchell. Both of them banged shoulders. 10:50 left to go. Texas with the ball, looking to add more. And another hard fall from behind, this time by Jack Nungy. And that's Nungy's third. So both Kunkel and Nungy with 3, and this will be Brock Cunningham at the free throw line. Yeah, I'm trying to jog my memory back to like the best defensive teams in the Big East this season. I think Creighton was the best defensive team, but they were around like 50th in the nation and points allowed. So it wasn't like the Xavier team got somebody like Tennessee or Houston, like a team that's in the top 10 in total defense. UCLA. Texas has been playing the best basketball defensively for the last month. And 1 for 2 at the free throw line that trip for Texas. 10:45 left. Xavier with a possession. Yes, Colby Jones is on the floor. So they have Boom, Jones, Desmond Claude, Jack Nungy, who's played the entire game. Nungy off the roll, scores up and in off the glass. And also, Kunkel is still out there. So Kunkel and Nungy both on the floor with 3 personal fouls currently. 10:15 left. Texas with a possession. Brock Cunningham. Handoff. Allen rises for the jumper. Deep 2. Swoosh. They're just a machine tonight. 24-point lead for the Longhorns with 10 minutes left. Jones. Has the ball for Xavier. Hand off to Kunkel. Kunkel launches a deep three. Kunkel puts it through. It's good for 3. Long way to come from behind in this one, and Texas has never gotten on a scoring drought tonight. They've yet to take their foot off the gas pedal. They've slowed down tempo. Oh, look at this. They're also using clock. This is what John Morant does. Just rolls the basketball on the floor, picks it up, so the shot clock can start at 30. That is just magnificent right there. Just they wasted like a solid 5 or 6 seconds because Xavier was dilly-dallying in the backcourt, not even applying any sort of pressure to Texas in Texas's backcourt. So Xavier their defense was just standing still on the defensive side of the floor, where Texas was just milking down clock. The shot clock never started, which it doesn't start in the NBA. And then it started late. Okay, so the referee stopped time. The shot clock actually started way, way late on that. So they were looking at this at the monitor right now. Even when he picked up the basketball, the shot clock was still stuck at 30 for another second. So they're going to have to look at time right now on the floor. We got 9:29 left. Shot clock, they put it to 9:24 right now on the clock. And the shot clock is at 24. Okay, so the shot clock will be at 24 with 9:24 left. So that's what they got. Yeah, Texas got the inbound, and they just let it roll in their backcourt for 5 or 6 seconds before they picked it up. That's what a lot of the teams do that in the NBA lately, just to milk time to win the game late in games. Is we got free throws coming up, 2 more at the line for Texas with Serge Rice. I believe that's on Kunkel, and he'll check out. So that is number 4 charged to Adam Kunkel now for Xavier. And Rice will shoot 2. Rice up to 10, make it 11, makes the first one. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well. Second free throw, no good. Skipped around the rim. Sully Boom with a defensive rebound. 9:25 left to go. Boom hands it off to Hunter. Into the hands to Kunkel. He's still out there with 4 personal fouls. Outside to the top. They'll keep on firing away from 3 for the big fella. It's good. Jack Nunge makes a 3. He's attempted a barrage of shots tonight. That's assist number 10. So they get the same amount of assists as turnovers. 10-10 for Xavier. They average 20 per game. The best team in the nation. 34 wins. Yeah, they got a 9 seed because their strength of schedule for them. I thought they should have got a 7 for them, in my honest opinion. Because we've seen teams from the past have similar records to them, like Murray State in past tournaments. And Murray State, last year, they ended up being a 7 seed for them. Whereas Florida Atlantic got a 9. And, yeah, definitely should have been further up in there. Because the Conference USA was great this season. And they're doing great in the postseason right now. Deflected, up in the air. Texas comes out with a steal, though. We had a foul at midcourt. I think it's on Carr. And the clock will stop with 8:45. Yeah, it's on Carr. So he was trying to go over the back, reaching up against Nunge. And that's number 7. So this will now send Xavier to the free throw line in the bonus. Jack Nunge 1-1. They call it on Carr. Over the back, tipping up that 50-50 ball. Honestly, I didn't see much there. Not much contact. I thought that was pretty clean by Carr. First shot, Nunge, no good. Missed poorly as they hit the rim short. 8:40 left to go. Juggling, thanks so much for joining in. Ooh, this is not a good sign. There's a Xavier player limping out towards the bench. Yep, so this is the second half. So this is the last half. We have 8:41 left to go. Number 2, Jerome Hunter. Yeah, he is in pain right now. Looks like a lower ankle injury. Hunter trying to go up for that rebound. him and Bishop and Hunter, or Jerome Hunter, that is, of Xavier. Jerome Hunter hobbles towards the bench, holding his left foot. Bishop working on Boom. And that's an offensive foul. So they call Bishop on the offensive foul. 8:30 left to go. Xavier with possession. Boom. Pass midcourt down by 19. Boom. Moves it out to his right to Desmond Claude. Claude bounce pass at the top to Nunji. Nunji handoff to his left around the perimeter. Sully Boom. Sully Boom defended by Tyrese Hunter. Boom dribbles up. And he lays it up and in with the left hand. That's good. Up and in off the backboard. 68-51. 8 minutes left to go. Tyrese Hunter will bring it up the floor for Texas. He is in the court with Marcus Carr, Arterion Morris, Timmy Allen, and also Christian Bishop. Bishop drives, puts it through with the right hand. That's a strong layup right there by Bishop, working on Nunji. Down to 7:45 left. Too many players to account for Texas in this game. Multiple guys in double figures. 18 by Carr, 17 by Hunter, 11 by Rice. Bishop up to 12 off the bench, and 11 by Timmy Allen. Dylan DeSue only played 2 minutes, got the start. Re-injured his left foot, seen in the walking boot, did not play remaining part of this game. But this Texas team just so deep either way. So deep. We get a timeout taken on the floor. Under 8 minutes left to go. We have 7:26 left, and Texas has a 19-point lead. All right, we almost got like 200 right now in the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Down to the final. 7:25 left to play tonight. Texas has controlled this game right from the start, and their defense has completely taken out Xavier out of the sort. Xavier just 38.5% shooting for a top 15 team in the nation in scoring tonight. It's just been no match. Texas with 5 guys in double figures. Xavier with just 3. 15 points, 10 rebounds by Nunji, but that comes on a ton of volume. He's attempted 18 shots. He has only made 6 in this game. 16 by Kunkel. Kunkel has been the hot hand. He is 6 for 8, 4 for 5 from 3, but he is just, he's really just lost it on this team. We can see just tensions arising for the Xavier team. They've been like that since the start of the bracket. They had some tensions flare in the final 5 minutes against Kennesaw State. And then 10 points by Sully Boom. He has been shut out for the most part of tonight, just 4 for 10 shooting. Yes, I think Texas is going to go over 83 in this game. Yeah, Xavier's defense has been not so hot this season. That's been the Achilles heel for Xavier, has been their defense. They entered a tournament ranked 330 in points allowed for Xavier, so this team can score. It's just they haven't seen great defenses this season. The best defense they got to face was Creighton, and Creighton ranked first in the Big East and 50th in the nation in total defense. But in terms of like solid defensive teams, I'm gonna see here on the schedule if they took on any of these teams this season for them. I don't think there's any. The best defense before Texas that they saw was Duke, and that was back on November 25th, Black Friday. So Duke was top 30 in fewest points allowed this season. They lost against Duke 71-64. They beat Creighton twice. They lost to Creighton once on the road by 17, but they beat them by 3. They also beat them by 22 in the Big East tournament in the semifinals. Yeah, wow. Yes, I plan on covering both of the Elite 8 games tomorrow. Florida Atlantic versus K-State, followed up by UConn and Gonzaga. Sunday, I won't have the first one on Sunday because I'll be out covering baseball. Not sure about the second stream. I'll probably be late to the second stream most likely, depending on what time the game ends because the baseball game runs from it starts at 1 o'clock. Don't know when it's gonna end or so, but usually they go like about like 3 hours or so. So like 1 to 4. It takes me like 20 minutes or so to get back home from the place that I announce at, but it might be longer or so because it's baseball, and it can range from anywhere from like 2.5 hours if it goes by quick to like 5 or 6 hours if nobody can pitch over home plate. 7:15 left. Texas with a possession. Bishop hands it off to Carr. Carr with a strong game tonight with 18. Passes over, and he got deflected out of bounds off the fingertips of Timmy Allen. Turnover. Haven't seen too many turnovers tonight in this game for Texas. That's just turnover number 8, Xavier with 10. Seven minutes left to go. Xavier with Sully Boom. He dribbles past midcourt. They're using a lot of time off the clock here in this possession. Kunkel. He's made 4 threes, leads the team. Lobs it over to Nunji. Nunji still firing. Bobbled. Lost it. Tipped it out to the perimeter, though, to Colby Jones. Jones dribbles towards his right. Hand off to Desmond Claude. Claude, jumper, mid-range. Missed off the front rim. Gets it back right to the rim. Gets the putback for 2. 15-point game. 6:30 left to go. Texas will just slow down clock. 20 in the shot clock. Under 6.5 remaining. Tyrese Hunter. Passes over to Bishop. 9-2 run by Xavier last 3 minutes. Hand off to Carr. Carr turns the corner. Floats it up over the top off the roll down. Christian Bishop. Another two-handed alley-oop jam. Tyrese Hunter. Another assist to add to his statistic column tonight. That connection's worked out twice tonight between Carr and Bishop on the lob to the alley-oop. 6 minutes left. Texas with it. Off the Xavier miss. Bishop moves it back outside the Carr. Carr tonight with 18. Along with 2 assists, both to Bishop. Carr at the rim, no good. Tipped up. Near side of the floor, tipped out of bounds in the corner. Hit a couple laptops in the process along the way. See, that's what I mean about Media Row. I was talking about that, I think it was last week. It might have been either on Sunday or Saturday. But they got laptops, rows and rows of laptops at these NCAA tournament games. So close to the side of the arena, both of the sides. Like, they need to push that back. That's dangerous. You got players flying right into the stands, like rows and rows of laptops. Like, you know how intense these games are. You're gonna get players flying right into these laptops and breaking them sometime. Carr missed the layup, got knocked down, and now we got a late whistle. So it's going to be charged to Jack Nunji, I believe. That was a late foul call picked up at the refs. Yeah, Marcus Carr got knocked down. Ooh, okay, that's where it was. Oh, Jack Nunji. Ooh, he shoved Christian Bishop trying to go for the rebound. That's what happened there. Jack Nunji. It was after the Carr miss. So Carr got knocked down, no foul. And then Nunji and Bishop battle for the rebound, and Nunji, like the upper chest area right below the throat, pushed Bishop. And he got called in his 4th personal. So Nunji is now on the bench. Xavier really small on the floor right now. 5:31 left to go. So no 7-footer on the floor. They go in number 4 for Xavier. And that's where Texas tries to target. Hunter skipped around the rim and out. Offensive rebound, no good by Bishop. Rebound by Xavier to give it away, though. Rice with a steal in Texas's front court. They keep it alive now for Texas, and they'll slow it down. Number 4, Caesar Edwards onto the floor now. 6'9" forward. So he's playing the 5 for Xavier. And Sully Boom gets called in the reach and foul. The clock will stop with 5:04. Yeah, I would love to, like, announce cricket. I haven't seen it on TV, though. That's unfortunate, because there's, like, no channels that cover it. That's number 7 picked up by Xavier, so this is bonus time at the free throw line for Tyrese Hunter. Hunter with 17 tonight for Texas. First free throw. And it's good down the middle. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and feel free to join in tomorrow night for both of the Elite 8 games. We got K-State versus Florida Atlantic, and then UConn versus Gonzaga. 5:04 left. Tyrese Hunter for the team leader. He does. Right through the chute. 19 points tonight for Tyrese Hunter. Marcus Carr with 18. 5 minutes remaining. Xavier with the ball. Top of the key, Colby Jones. Hands it off to Kunkel. Kunkel back to his right to Jones. Jones at the top of the key. Jones, dribble drive, bounce pass down low. And Caesar Edwards scores. So 17-point game. Timeout taken on the floor by Xavier. They're down to 1 timeout remaining. Texas with 3 timeouts left with 4:46 left. Wow. So it looks like in an NBA game. So Kyle Lowry got kicked by a fan. Jeez. Wow. Texas lighting it up tonight. 54% shooting. Just so many weapons on this team. 5 players in double figures. 19 by Tyrese Hunter. 18 by Marcus Carr. 14 by Christian Bishop with 7 rebounds. 11 each by Timmy Allen and Serge by Rice. We come back from the timeout. 17-point game, 4:45 left. Texas has it. Up the floor, Rice shovels right from behind. Over to Bishop. He goes backdoor, scores the layup. One team show tonight in this game. Just no answers for the Xavier defense. Yeah, usually if you rank in the 300s in points allowed this season, it's just tough to be able to make it this far into the bracket when you're one-sided. Just offense and no defense. Xavier scores. And this scene tonight, Texas just lighting up the Xavier team. 4:10 left to go. Texas kick, corner, 3, Rice, got it. Serge Barry Rice for the triple. 20-point lead for the Horns with 4 minutes left. Xavier with the ball. Top of the key, Kunkel launches a 3. It's good. They need a bunch more of those in this game to get back into it. Adam Kunkel been the lone player carrying his team tonight, the hot hand. Kunkel with 21. The top scorer in this game has been Kunkel tonight. Kunkel makes his 5th 3. He is 5 for 6 from 3. After that, they have struggled. As we have a timeout taken on the floor. Under 4 minutes left to go. 79-62. 3:48 on the clock. Yeah, Kunkel with 21. 15 by Nunji, but it doesn't come on efficiency tonight. He's got 15 and 10 for points and rebounds, but Jack Nunji just 6 of 18 shooting. Had a bunch of looks like right at the rim, but he couldn't finish. And then Sully Booms got shut down most of this game, especially in the first half. 12 points by Sully Boom, just 4 for 10 shooting. And Colby Jones just 3 of 11 tonight. Only 6 points by Colby Jones. They've only gone 7 guys deep for Xavier in this game, whereas Texas put 5 players in double figures. Yeah, it's usually defense that wins championships, and you see a lot of these teams making it far because of that right now. But also, you got to have the offense to win a championship. And Texas, just so much balance on both sides of the floor. And Xavier, has been like one-sided this season. All about their offense, top 15 in scoring. Defense ranks in the 300s in points allowed per game. We're seeing those type of teams now. It's either the teams that struggle to score that's getting knocked out, like Tennessee did, or it's the teams that just have got lit up defensively. I'm kind of shocked Gonzaga's not out yet, honestly. Gonzaga's defense ranks in the 200s in points allowed, so they're taking on a well-balanced UConn team on both sides of the floor tomorrow. Yeah, I'll take a look at that later. We have 3:48 left to go. Before you wrap up tonight, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here to stream as we wrap up on the Sweet 16 round in a couple moments, and we go right into the Elite 8 tomorrow. First time ever, there's been a team from the Mountain West in the Elite 8 that's beaten a 1 seed. So first time ever, San Diego State has advanced to the Elite 8. Wild night that we've had. Both of the 1 seeds going down. Creighton winning over Princeton, so the Cinderella run ends for Princeton. It usually will end in the Sweet 16 if you're a 15 seed. The only 15 seed that is capable of beating a team in the Sweet 16 ends up being a team if you're looking to play Purdue. You get the matchup right there, and the history shows you Purdue has now lost to 3 double-digit seeds in the bracket. North Texas, 2021, St. Peter's in the Sweet 16, and then FDU, the 16 this year. 3:10 remaining. Carr floats it up over the top, couldn't convert, was Bishop. As we're down to just above 3 minutes left, Sully Boom has it past midcourt. 17-point lead for Texas. Nunji back on the floor. He fell down. He got up, though. Boom takes the 3, missed rim, short rebound. Texas, they'll slow it down. Under 3 minutes left. Tyrese Hunter, guarded by Sully Boom. 15 on the shot clock for Texas. As the crowd rises to his feet with 2:40 left to play. And Jack Nunji will check out of the game. Did he just fall out? That was away from the basketball, if so, but he's just going to get substituted out, it looks like. So good run for Xavier, but it ends in the Sweet 16. Great turnaround of a season they had. Back of the team with Sean Miller as the head coach. Bishop got blocked from behind. So Xavier ain't stopping till the game is over with finals on the scoreboard. Texas comes out with a steal. Huge collision there between Timmy Allen and Colby Jones. Allen got tripped up. No call by the referees. Good to see both of the players back up on their feet. Texas just going to slow down clock. 2:10 remaining. Couple years just missing the bracket for Xavier. They were outside the bracket in the NIT. Back-to-back years. Make their way up as a 3 seed this year. They get a lot to look forward to for this team. But man, this Texas Longhorns team, they are just something special this season. Everybody is bought into the squad. Head coach Ronnie Terry, he's an interim head coach, needs to be made the new head coach of this team for the future. 1:40 left to play. It will be Texas versus Miami. Texas slows it down as we're just above a minute and a half left. Rice missed off the glass with a right-hand layup, tipped up, and the rebound goes to Colby Jones of Xavier. 1:20 remaining. Jones at the right elbow. He gets double-teamed. Jones backs his way. Right block. Puts up the shot. Got it. 79-66. 1:11 left. Before you sign off tonight, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and thanks all for joining in, everyone. The worst part about these March Madness games is you can only have one team win the national championship. So at the end of each game, the losing team, you see them in tears, just devastated, because every single team's dream is to win the national championship. So it's just devastating at the end every single time. March Madness brings March Sadness for 67 teams. It brings March Happiness for one. We have 8 teams remaining after tonight. Hey, thanks so much, Super Tuber, for joining in. Pete, welcome in. Just great all-around game by Texas. I think somebody asked me whether Texas can score 83 tonight. That's still very well much in play right now. So we have 1:11 left to go. It all depends if Xavier wants to fall or not. They're down by 13. They've got 7 personal fouls here in the second half for Xavier. Yeah, we had just March Sadness 3 years ago. We had one team win the bracket that came out of nowhere at the start of March that beat all the other teams. And that team had never won a national championship before, never even had heard of that team before until March 1st, 2020. And that team won the bracket and canceled everything on March the 12th, 2020. Wiped away the bracket for good. But this is the 3rd straight tournament coming out of the pandemic here. And man, this has been the best one by far. 1:05 left to play. Texas with the ball past midcourt. Tyrese Hunter. Off to Marcus Carr. Carr was phenomenal tonight in the first half. 18 points by Carr. Timmy Allen, by the way, hit a buzzer beater bank 3 at halftime to put Texas up by 17. That was basically the momentum shift right there. Xavier actually has outscored Texas in the second half 41-37, but man, Texas defense just so good in that first half. You got to feel it for these guys. Sully Boom, one of the top transfers this season, checks out of the game. Adam Kunkel in tears right now for Xavier. The run ends here for Xavier. A lot to look forward to that team, though, in the future. Sean Miller got him right back on the right track after missing past couple of tournaments. Bucket down low. It is good by Christian Bishop. Bishop up to 18 as well tonight. Been a force down low. Playing much more minutes in the spot of Dylan Dessou. Xavier makes the jumper. We're down to 30 seconds. Texas has it. 7-second differential. Shot clock and game clock before he closed out. 20 seconds left to go. I think they will go for it. So they will go for a shot here. Rice right to the rim. He's got 83. So they've got 83 on the board for Texas. 83-68. 10 seconds left. Xavier will jack up a 3. They'll drill it with Colby Jones. And this game goes final. Texas will take on Miami on Sunday. Final score 83-71 as the Longhorns keep on rolling in the bracket. 2 teams each for the Big 12 in the Big East remaining. Inside the Elite 8, half of the Elite 8 represented by either the Big 12 or the Big East. And should be fun starting tomorrow with the Elite 8 doubleheader. What a night of basketball action here tonight. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, being a part on the channel. Great season for Xavier. They just ran into a Texas team that's just so deep. And look at all these teams inside the Elite 8. Oh, that's great. So I might be back for Miami versus Texas. That will tip off at 5:05 p.m. So I'll be back for both of the double headers tomorrow for the Elite 8. So I'll have both of those covered. I will not have the first one on Sunday. I'll be out covering baseball for college on Sunday at 1 p.m. I might be back for the start of Xavier, Texas. That doesn't tip off until 5:05 p.m. Usually baseball lasts around like 3 or 4 hours or so. So if I'm not back in time, I'll join in progress when I can, either sometime in the first half or like halftime or so whenever I get back, depending on when the game finishes up. But that's great that they have that game second. So Texas versus Miami will be the second game on Sunday. We'll tip off around 5:05 p.m. And that's if the first game gets over by then. So that first game might even go late or so. So I plan on covering 3 out of the 4 Elite 8 streams for you guys starting tomorrow, both of them, and most likely the second one I'll have covered after baseball on Sunday once that wraps up, barring if it goes into like 12 or 15 innings or so, but that's very, very rare. So I will not have Creighton against San Diego State because that looks like it's scheduled for 2:20 on Sunday, which I'm out during that time during the afternoon. But we wrap up here. Thanks all for joining in tomorrow, or joining in tonight. Feel free to join back tomorrow. And man, what a night. These Elite 8 teams, as the bracket is now set. We got Saturday, Florida Atlantic the 9 taking on Kansas State the 3. Florida Atlantic is a super deep team for them. UConn, same thing. They are the 4 seed taking on the 3 Gonzaga. UConn is a super deep team themselves. Sunday, Creighton the 6. That's a really good starting 5 they got going up against another deep team with San Diego State. And then Miami, they got lights out guards on that team that can score the ball going up against another deep team with Texas. This is going to be a fun Elite 8. Just going to add in here Kansas State. That's a fun team to watch. They got the best duo in college basketball, Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson. And Noel, he's the heartbeat of that team, and he's taken that team so far, and they play in his home city in New York City against Florida Atlantic in the Elite 8 in the first game tomorrow, and then Gonzaga needed a phenomenal game by Drew Timme, plus Julian Strawder making the game-winning 3 to get them to the Elite 8. Drew Timme, man, he has been a one-man show in this tournament. He has a NCAA tournament program, NCAA tournament record for most games. I believe he's got 10 games with 20 points or greater in NCAA tournament record. So those are all the 8 teams representing the Elite 8 there. What a wild tournament. So we wrap up this one. We'll close out on the channel members. All channel members get a shout out. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, Mario, Braden, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino Joseph, Vegas, HD Sports Talk, Derek, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Seago, Woo Pig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, being a part on the stream tonight. Texas wins over Xavier. Final score 83-71. As we wrap up here, thanks all for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. If not, early Saturday morning. See you guys back tomorrow.